What's up, everyone? It is Diecastbuffet here again. Guys, we got ourselves a 1999 Dale Jarrett Special Decade of Champions 164 in the studio. If you're familiar with the packaging, yes, this actually existed 20 years ago, and it was released in 2003. Very similar to the current day NASCAR Winter Circle line. Reclosable clamshell packaging, a bubble dome to house the diecast. A lot of really cool stuff. We're going to be doing a diecast review on it. So without further ado, let's get the base out of the studio and check out the packaging. Here we go, fellas. Got the base out of the studio, and check out this diecast packaging. Let me tell you, this is one of the coolest packaging I've ever seen. So the whole background of it has this holographic card design. You have the Winston Cup trophy that even has little Winston W's on the trophy, which is very similar to the NASCAR Thunder 2004 champion, where it doesn't say Winston, but it says Winston. You got 1999 champion Dale Jarrett, the final one of that millennium. And look at that car, the Ford Quality Care Service Ford Taurus. What a throwback. Got Dale Jarrett right there. Now, the packaging, the plastic portion that is, it's a little worn, right? This is something that's probably been through a thrift store. It's probably been, it could have been everywhere. I have no idea. But you could see a lot of light scuffs and scratches. There's some tags that might have been a clearance bin tag or something. You know, it could have been at a thrift store. You never know. Go to the back end of this piece. I love these clamshells. And what blows my mind is they barely even made these. They only made this style clamshell, I think, for exclusive promos and, of course, the Decade of Champions line right here. Everything else was pretty much the near indestructible late 2000s Winter Circle packaging that you had to take a sharp scissors and cut the whole package to open, or it was a card back that you just peel open. So we're gonna go ahead and open up this packaging and show you how this works. So it's literally so similar to what we have nowadays. You just open the top gently. Pretty good seal on it as well, and you can see like the little dirt and blemishes. So this diecast has seen its way a little bit. So we're going to gently take out this piece right here and not try to break anything because, that wouldn't be fun. But look how good the quality of this. You remember how blurry it looked inside the plastic clamshell? Look how sharp this is. You could hang this up in your room. That's how beautiful this piece of artwork is. Fantastic stuff. Yes, I know there's a crease there, but that's a manufacturer flaw. That's not a, it's set in a marble shack type of thing. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and take the diecast out of the clamshell. I'll be right back. Wow. Look at this diecast, guys. Boy, is this thing retro or what? This is supposed to, I think, represent a two-door Ford Taurus, but the way the diecast mold is, this definitely looks more like a four-door. Wow. This is officially a 1999 Ford Taurus. Year 2000, they would change the casting with this car, and it looked a lot better. The spoiler was a little bit more curved at the edges. The car didn't look like a four-door. I'm not saying this isn't accurate, but I'm saying that they made heavy changes in year 2000 to the Action Winter Circle mold. But regardless, what a classic paint scheme, man. The Robert Yates 88 car, the blue, red, and the white, very patriotic. But this was a paint scheme that literally ran every single week. This wasn't just a Coke 600 car. This was Dale Jarrett's paint scheme. And many people still consider Dale Jarrett to be the driver of this paint scheme, not UPS. This was what they know him as. So anyways, he won the championship in 1999. And then what's cool about this series is that the last 10 years, so this was released in 03, so the last 10 years, give or take, they did a diecast, commemorating the championship. And it's a clean version of it. I did a review on the Terry Labonte one. And I'm going to be honest with you, the Terry Labonte one had so many inaccuracies, the number fonts. It had 3 different number fonts. The left door number and the right door number were completely different. And the roof number looked like garbage. So fortunately, this one looks much more accurate. Got Ford Quality Care Service right there. You have Ford Taurus. I love the front ends of these Ford Tauruses. A lot of people kind of look at them and say, oh, it looks like a freaking catfish. I couldn't agree more, and I couldn't love it anymore. I mean, I freaking love these old school Ford Tauruses, man. That's what I grew up with. Them early 2000s stock cars. I freaking love them, man. Like, if you look up in the dictionary a NASCAR stock car, you're probably going to see a generic image of a 2002 Ford Taurus. They've used that like stock imaging for so many different illustrations of motorsports. Just a normal Ford Taurus stock car. Let's get the number 88 right there. Got Robert Yates Racing. You have, I mean, about 1,000 contingencies. So if you're a fan of contingencies, you're in luck. Let me get the camera right there. There we go. What an awesome looking paint scheme. I think it was Danica Patrick in 2017, I think, did a throwback to this. I could be mistaken for Darlington, but man, this car just looks so cool, man. And Dale Jarrett ran this paint scheme up till year 2000, and then he would switch out to UPS, which I personally remember Dale Jarrett as the UPS guy because, I mean, let's just be honest. UPS, Dale Jarrett, it doesn't get much more iconic than that. Back in those years, man, you know, Sterling Marlin, Coors Light, Rusty Wallace, Miller Lite, you know, it's just, they were so iconic. Look at all the contingencies on this car. I mean, this thing is a blast from the past, brother. Got Dale Jarrett's signature there. Get your B-Post decal, all kinds of logos and sponsors I haven't seen in years. I mean, Texaco, Fleetwood RV, Motorcraft, Gatorade. Wow, what an awesome diecast. And I got to give them a lot of kudos for this. The plastic does not look that yellowed out. Actually, I don't even see any yellowing. This diecast came out of the factory probably late 2002. It's at the time of this video, it's December 2024. Call it 2025, and it is not yellowed. That is great quality. Like, say what y'all want to say, that is great quality. Now, this right here is fascinating to me. This is probably one of the most difficult portions of a stock car you could wrap is these Ford Taurus rear bumpers. I mean, look how much of a kick out the Ford bumper has. I mean, my goodness. So I don't think that's painted. I mean, maybe it is, maybe it's not. I have no idea, but that would be a one difficult decal to get wrapped around there. So you got the Robert Yates Racing logo, quality care at your service. Got the blue Dale Jarrett 88. That's interesting. Go to the right side of the diecast, and man, I love these vintage diecasts. They're so much fun. But my favorite ones to review are the reclosable packaging because I don't have to tear them up, right? Because I don't want to buy a card back and then rip it open to do a video. Because then, you know, you do the video, you open it up, and, you know, it's cool and all, but some of those diecasts I want to do reviews on, and they're getting rarer, right? You know, some of them are overproduced like to the cows come home, like a Dale Jr. 2004 primary. Yeah, that Budweiser car is overproduced to the cows come home. But if I wanted to do a Brendan Gaughan Kodak Dodge Intrepid, why would I open up our already rare diecast? You know what I'm saying? So my favorite old school cars to review are either reclosable packages like this, which they actually made a lot of them in the 2000s. They're a different style. They're about half of the size of this. And those are really cool because they open up just the same way as the Winter Circle package that we just happened. You just literally peeled them apart, boom. They look a lot like the Team Caliber packages, but you literally just peel them open and they're just fantastic. And you get the same quality die cast, but it's even better. The clear coats are thicker, but it's the same die cast mold as the Action Winter Circle. Sometimes they were produced with rubber wheels, sometimes they weren't. It's an easy fix if you wanted to swap them out, but regardless. I love those because you don't damage the car or the packaging. Or the packaging, you're not going to damage the car. But when it comes to these cars here, you know, a lot of them were producing the cardboard ones. So the only solution for me is I try to get high quality opened loose cars. Someone opened it a decade ago. They put it in a display case, and it looks brand new and mint. I love getting those die casts in the studio because I don't have to tear up the packaging. I get to take the ones that are already open. Enough of me ranting. Got quality care at your service right there on the deck lid. So what's fascinating about these Ford Tauruses from the late 90s is I'm kind of torn on which one is the most realistic. To me, the late 90s molds are kind of quirky. This one's probably the most, I wouldn't say it's the most realistic, but the front and the rear are probably the most realistic for the plate cars. But I always felt like the Ford Tauruses were a little bit too narrow, in my opinion. If you look at like a 2002 Action Winter Circle Ford Taurus and a Hot Wheels one for 2002, it's not even close. The Hot Wheels one is the most accurate representation of it, in my opinion. This one, it doesn't look bad at all, but I don't think it's the most accurate version of it. And a lot of people might not care about that. That's fair. But when you do customs and you like doing race twins, you want the most accurate version of the diecast mold. So that's the stuff I always look for. But regardless, what a beautiful looking diecast. The quality of this car. Again, this came out of the factory probably late 2002, maybe January of 2003 at the earliest, I would assume. And this thing is aged very gracefully. The packaging has some worn, some wear, but of course that's probably because it was in a thrift store, right? It was probably, it could have been coast to coast. You never know how many people own this car until I got it. And the diecast itself, very well preserved. And that's what's fascinating, is to see how these cars are aging as all the years go on, how the metal and the plastic is holding up. So thank y'all for watching the video. Have a blessed one, everybody. Feel free to comment down below what you think about this diecast. Let me know. That's all for now. Diecastbuffet. Sign it off.